Okay, ready? Victoria, start us off. The wheels go.
In the United States, securing safe, enriching childcare is critically important for families in general and for working mothers in particular. Finding that care, the kind of care that is comfortable and supportive of young children's social emotional needs, and at the same time, capable of challenging their learning skills in ways that gets them ready for school, is no easy task. Increasingly, parents are deciding that for the early years, home-based childcare offers the best of both worlds.
I've worked at a childcare center. I have positives for both things, but as family childcare, I think it's more nurturing, it's more intimate. I definitely see my progression of starting and where I'm at now is really working with the family of like, what is important to you, that we work together for the best interest of the child. I'm dependable, I'm flexible, I'm experienced.
More home-based childcare providers are offering the kind of care parents want and need than is generally appreciated. Recent surveys indicate that over 6 million children between birth and 5 are developing their brains and getting ready for school in home-based childcare. When the focus turns to younger children, infants and toddlers, 30% of all children receive their primary care in home-based childcare, compared to only 12% in childcare centers. So what is home-based childcare? And why are so many families choosing to send their children to home-based environments?
Do you think it's hiding? Oh, look, there's one on your hand. Look, look, look.
My initial thought was that kids would just be in a living room and there might, kind of like your house, and there'd be a bag of toys. And then when we had our interview with them, they made me feel really comfortable that that was going to be a really good setting for him. And so it just completely changed my entire perspective on things.
We have open communication. We get photos throughout the day, updates on what they're eating, if they have diaper changes, all of that, throughout the day. And you really just get to see that this is their home, that they're opening up to teaching and growing kids.
Parents understand the safety, love, and care that home-based childcare offers. But home-based childcare also meets the developmental needs of children.
Give me cheese. Good job. Okay, we're going there. Let's go. Up the steps. Come on. Hold the car. Hold the car. Let's go. Hold the car.
When I speak to prospective families, I talk about the importance of early childhood education, what that looks like, how there's assessments done, and the milestones, and making sure that we're staying on top of their developmental needs. And I talk to them from that perspective because they already know the passionate side of me, and that's why they're calling. So I don't really have to talk so much about that side because you can hear it when I speak about the educational part. There's a curriculum, and there's activities, and there's lesson plans, and there's engagement, and there's so much more.
Research has shown that healthy brain development and resilience in young children are grounded in their attachment to loving and available caregivers who engage them in responsive relationships.
95% of brain development happens between those 0 to 5 years. All these developmental stages, I get to see that. I think that's the beauty of family childcare. And you watch them grow with the parents. That's the beauty, because that's the bonding, that's the relationships. And I think it takes a village, and I'm really proud to be part of that village.
Home-based childcare comes in many shapes and sizes. Some are regulated by the state, such as licensed family childcare, and paid for their services. Others are legally license exempt or legally non-licensed, meaning they are not required to pursue licensure to serve smaller numbers of children. These are called family, friend, and neighbor, or FFN providers. They are the grandmothers, nanas, aunties, abuelitas, friends, and neighbors who care for children. These providers are typically undercompensated, earning on average under $8,000 a year. As of 2017, 1 in 4 children under 5 years of age were being cared for some or all of the time by a grandparent while their parent was at work. One of the significant advantages of home-based childcare is flexibility. This is especially helpful for parents with non-traditional or extended work hours, like healthcare workers and first responders. Some rural locations don't have dense enough populations to support childcare centers. Home-based childcare providers are often the best fit for children with special needs.
I left my job and I went to school and I learned everything there was to learn about disabilities in children. And I decided to open up a family childcare to support the students. But having a small classroom, mentally, physically, and emotionally supporting their needs, I saw growth.
Although home-based providers are supporting the next generation of doctors, teachers, business leaders, and public officials, they're often left out of systems of support. Home-based providers work long days and are often tasked with providing the meals and supplies the children in their care need, with little or no reimbursement. So how can we support home-based providers?
Right now, I think is the time. We are fighting for childcare, not just for us, for families too. I think people need to hear, people need to see what is a family childcare provider's home look like, or what is it that we do. So I think the importance of who we are, it's very important to keep in mind of the people who are taking care of these young children, who's gonna be our leaders tomorrow.